welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share a card I'm making for a new collaboration I've joined, and the collaboration is hosted by Lisa, the Crafting Diva, and it's a one sketch challenge. I have been joining along on my own, but Lisa was kind enough to ask me if I wanted to join the collaboration so that I can put a card up on the 1st of each month. So the 1st of September is my first card, joining in with all the other ladies that collaborate on this challenge. I'll leave a link to all the other ladies' channels in the description below, so please go along and have a look at their makes as well. This is the sketch that we're using for September that Lisa sent to us, so I'll leave it there for a little bit and you can maybe take a screenshot so that you can join in as well and do some of your makes. So that is the sketch for this month. So I thought, I've got a male birthday coming up, so I thought I would make a birthday card for this friend's. So I'm starting with a 5 3/4 square card, and the only reason it's 5 3/4 is I had a scrap of paper, a scrap of card that measured 11.5, so it was just a case of cutting it down to my 5 3/4 square card. So I'm going to keep it in a top fold. We'll just burnish it a little bit because I haven't burnished it yet. And then I'm using some digital papers. You'll have seen I've used these in a few videos if you've been following me, and these are from Monica, Crafting at Quilling Lady. It's from her Buy Me a Coffee page, so I will link that in. And they are Christmas papers, but they do lend themselves, the background ones anyway, to using all year round, and especially for a mail card, I thought. And this is a 5.5-inch square to fit in there. I will pop all the measurements in the description below. So I'm going to glue that onto there, and I'll just use my tacky glue for that, my bookbinding glue. Quick grab. And there we are. Oh, just had a bit of glue on the desk, so we'll get that off before I go any further. So that I'm putting there. Let's just rub my hand from that. So that I'm putting on there. And then I've got a square piece of card which measures 5 inches by 3 1/4, and I'm going to pop that. Then I've taken another white piece of card that measures 4 3/4 by 3 inches, and I've embossed it with an old embossing folder. I think this came in a magazine a couple of years ago, I think. So I've taken that out of my stash, and then I've just run over it very, very lightly with tumbled glass distress oxide, just to tone down the whiteness of the card, and that is going to go on there like that. So let's get this stuck onto here. So that's just stuck on there, and now I've put foam tape on the back of this because I want to raise it up. And then I'm just going to stick that to the top of there. And then we need it to put some strips down here, and that's how I'm going to do that. So these The actual papers measure 3/4 inch by 1 3/4, and you need two that size. And then I've just popped them onto some white card, and then I've just really cut quite narrowly, just so you can see the white on the edges. And then the middle one again is 3/4 inch, but this measures 1.5, and I'm just going to stick them so that they're under there. I'm going to stick these flat. And then I have used the Made to Surprise Village Pub stamp set, and I've just used the beer stamps. Now one of them, it cuts like that, but I've mirrored the image to do so it goes in from the other way. I have done this in a previous video, so I'll link that video where it shows you how to mirror image your stamps. And I've gone ahead I didn't want to stick this down yet because I want to sort of cut, so it's going to be a little bit tricky cutting the arms, but let's see how we go. So I'll get these stuck down, and I will stick these flat. So that's the beer stuck down. Let's see how tricky this is going to be. Let me just see how I can just cut that across. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's see if I can do this one as well now. Oh, that's quite neat. So I've got away with that, I think. So that's how I wanted that to land. And then I've just got from another Made to Surprise set, which is the All Sentiment Stamps and Die set. I'm using this Cheers, and I'm going to just stick that flat on there. Let's just get that stuck down. Please go ahead and have a look at the other ladies' videos. There will be some wonderful, as usual, wonderful takes on this sketch. I always like, that's why I used to join in. I always like seeing their different takes on it. And I was so pleased when Lisa asked me to join. So this is the card, nearly finished. I've done an insert, and I've used the stamps and die set again from the Village Pub, just to bring the outside of the card inside. And I just thought I'd finish off with some Cosmic Shimmer fluffy stuff. Now, I've had this in my stash for quite some time, so here's hoping it's going to work. So just need to run it on here. And there we are. Just run it over there, then get my heat tool, and we'll get this done. I'll turn the volume down so you won't get deafened. So you can see how it's fluffed up. I'll just do the other side. So there we are, that's both sides done. So I just need now to leave that to go hard. So that fluffy stuff, as I say, I've had it in my stash for 2 or 3 years, I think. And it's brilliant for snow and also for your beer topping. So I thought that looked quite good. So that is the completed card. As I say, I'll leave that to go hard. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to go over to the other ladies, details of which I've left in the description below. Have a look at their makes. I'm always amazed at how differently we change these one sketches. Everybody has their own take on it. So do go along and have a look. And just a thank you to Lisa for letting me join in the collaboration. So leave it there. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.